Oluyole Federal Constituency in Oyo State. The House notes that remittances by Nigerians represent household incomes and investments from foreign economies arising mainly from the temporary or permanent movement of people to those economies, and includes cash and non-cash items that flow through formal channels such as electronic wire or through informal channels such as money or goods carried across borders. Also note that the World Bank estimated that global remittances grew by 10% from $633 billion in 2017 to $689 billion in 2018, with developing countries receiving 77% or $528 billion of the total inflows. Informed that Egypt and Nigeria accounted for the largest inflows of remittances into Africa in 2018, with Nigeria leading in the continent in terms of remittance receipts in 2017. According to the United Nations official records, there are 1.24 million migrants from Nigeria in the diaspora. The World Bank report showed that the Indian diaspora sent a whopping $79 billion back home in 2018, making India the world's top recipient of remittances at a growth rate of 14% in world remittances. India has registered significant growth in the flow of remittances over the last 3 years, from $62.7 billion in 2016 to $65.3 billion in 2017. Remittances reached the $79 billion mark by 2018. Also informed that Nigeria accounts for over a third of migrant remittance flows to sub-Saharan Africa, estimated to have amounted to $23.6 billion in 2018. This represented 6.1% of Nigeria's GDP, which translated to 83% of the federal government's budget in 2018, and 11 times the foreign direct investment flows into the country within this period. This was 7 times larger than the $3.5 billion received in 2017 as foreign aid. Also note that the estimates that migrants remitted to Nigeria could grow to $25.5 billion, $29.8 billion and $34.8 billion in 2019, 2021, and 2023, respectively. Over a 15-year period, total remittance flow to Nigeria would grow by almost double in size, from $18.37 billion in 2009 to $34.89 billion in 2023. Concerned that since many transactions are unrecorded or take place through informal channels, the actual amount of remittance flows into the country is arguably higher. As in 2018, diaspora remittances to Nigeria was equal to $25 billion, representing 6.1% of the GDP, which also represented 14% year-on-year growth from $22 billion received in 2017. Cognizant of the strategic importance of Nigerians in diaspora, the federal government in 2017 established the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission to engage and utilize their human capital and material resources in the socio-economic, cultural, and political development of Nigeria. Aware of reports by the National Bureau of Statistics that remittances from Nigerians in the diaspora rose from $3.24 billion in 2013 to approximately $25.8 billion in 2018, a rise of 126% in 6 years, amounting to an estimated $96.5 billion sent into the country. Resolves to mandate the Committees on Diaspora, Banking and Currency, National Planning and Economic Development to interface with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, the Central Bank of Nigeria, money transfer operators, and other stakeholders to investigate the actual amount of remittances in the last 3 years and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move the motion. Can have on the economy of our country if we are allowed to really ascertain the amount of money that comes from them, and if these monies are channeled into the country in the proper manner. A lot of the monies that come into this country right now is undocumented, and it's not making it to the real sector. Banks collect this money. At the end of the day, the recipients of the money on this end are not giving value for the money, which discourages the monies coming in through the formal inflow channels. As a result, a lot of monies that could be coming to the nation to build the manufacturing sector, the real sectors of our nation, is getting lost. At the same time, the records that we have are not adequate, because the banking sector is saying one thing, the central bank is saying one thing, the World Bank is saying something else, and the Western Union, for example, is saying something else. If we look at the impact that remittances flows to Nigeria and India has had on, for example, Western Union, it is astronomical. The company Western Union has grown from the funds and the fees it charges on the funds that are sent to these countries. So why should we, as a nation, not use these monies to drive our economy? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.